Garvey words come to pass. Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend. Oh, can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend. Come, little one, oh, let me do what I can for you. And you, hello. Come, little one, come. Oh, let me do what I can for you and you alone.
Yes.
You know the right and do it now.
Greetings.
Shall be spanked.
Welcome.
with stripes.
Community focused program, UNIARocMedia. Brothers and sisters, the time is now. Brothers and sisters, we got to work. No matter what it is, we got to work. If you're going to get good grades, it's not just your smarts, you have to work. If you're going to excel in anything whatsoever, you have to work for it. Brothers and sisters, will it, then go out and do it. Just do what you're supposed to do to make it happen. The will counts a lot. The hope is good. It's good to have hope. It's good to pray if you're a praying person. But you have to be a working person. You have to commit. You will not get anything without working for it. There's no free lunch, brothers and sisters. Nothing free. It's not going to happen. So let's stand up for our rights. Let's fight for our rights. Let's build our people. Let's grow together. Let's build that high standard for our people and let's commit ourselves. Let's build that self-reliant economic base that is based in race first, because it's only through a strong economical system we can achieve all our goals. And the time is now, brothers and sisters. Good evening. Brother Dugue, how are you?
Greetings, President General. Can you hear and see me loud and clear?
Yes. Yes, you there?
Yes, I don't see myself on the platform. I see you, but I don't see me. But as long as you can hear me, that's what counts. Okay, thank you. Okay, now I see myself.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, greetings, and welcome to the UNIA Rock Media. I hear a echo.
Yeah, but so I'm hearing you clear now.
Okay, good. Okay, great. Thank you, PG, President General. Welcome to the UNIA Rock Media. This is the media arm of the UNIA. That's the Universal Negro Improvement Association, ACL, African Communities League. This is the association, the organization, the government that the Most Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey established for us. After having visited so many places in the world, he realized that the world has made being Black a crime. Instead of making it a crime, I hope to make it a virtue. So says Mr. Garvey. So he goes about establishing the UNIA. Well, this is the media arm of the UNIA. You know, the flag of the UNIA is the red, the black, and the green. It has the UNIA has many appendages: the African Black Cross Nurses, the African Legions, and the juvenile divisions. It has everything. So this is the solution. Anyway. This is the media arm of the UNIA. The host of the media is the current President General and Administrator, the 10th successor to Mr. Garvey, the brother you just heard speak, the Honorable Michael R. Duncan. And the co-host is the first Assistant President General of the UNIA, Raymond Dugue, and I'm at your service. And today is Tuesday, June 2nd. We're in the month of June. June 2nd, 62, 66, or 2026. There's much to discuss. Before we get started, I have to inform everyone, 1863, June 2nd, the General, the Honorable Harriet Tubman invades Maryland as the leader of the troops, leading the troops, all male troops, into Maryland to go and capture, or no, not capture, to liberate as many enslaved Africans as possible. The project is excellent, is well thought of. She sent her spies, and the Southern Confederacy were completely overwhelmed. They had no idea what was happening, and very few, if any, lives were lost. So today, 1863, we pour libation for the General, Harriet Tubman. PG, your thoughts on Harriet Tubman?
Boy, brother, it's the ancestors must have been working with her, because there's no way you escape from that environment and you went back into that environment to free our people, to liberate our people in many, many ways, and being successful time after time, to lead a regiment in the art of war, to liberate a group of people. It's just amazing. She was being guided by the ancestors, just like Marcus Garvey.
Okay, good connection. Okay, PG, recently there was an article in The Guardian, it doesn't matter where he's at, the New Jersey Department of State, that's the governmental arm of the state of New Jersey of the United States of America, is suing this organization. It's a private operator of Delaney Hall. It's an ICE facility. We're talking about ICE, Immigration, Customs Enforcement, those people that go out and kill innocent people in the streets of Minnesota and other places. Anyway, the New Jersey State Department is suing the GEO Group. They're the private operator of this facility, this ICE facility. PG, what is your experience and relationship with the GEO Group, and how do you know them? Please inform us.
This is just another big company that is working for ICE, just like it work for so many institutions to incarcerate our people and to restrict them and to liberate themselves financially from making a whole lot of money off of our people. And GEO is a master at this. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised to see that they would be getting contracts from ICE. They like to talk about their facility that they have for the ICE residents and how they have nice turf soccer field. They have educational program. They have all these things, but this just comes down to making money. You and I are quite aware of GEO prison because we fought against them in Springfield Gardens. And remember when we used to have the marches over there in Springfield Garden, Brother Raymond, from time to time, we will hear the inmates, them screaming out for help, help, help. So it was just hell going on in those facilities. GEO is one of those institutions that's financed by this government, financed by ICE, the federal agencies, to just make a whole lot of money. It's a big money business. They actually wanted to control most of Springfield Garden area, the part by the warehousing. And you know it, Brother Raymond. I hope most of our listeners in this area know it. They were hoping to advance their 200-bed facility into a 2,000-bed facility in Springfield Gardens. But, Brother Raymond, it's because of the work of you and I and many other citizens and some of our elected official, James Sanders to be exact, we were able to fight against GEO prison. We weren't able to shut down that location, but we were able to stop them from advancing and increasing their beds from 200 to 2,000. So we know well what these people do, Brother Dugue.
Okay, PG, this facility, this GO facility, it housed people, our people. But PG, but you said near the warehousing. Was it strictly near the warehousing, or was it close to residential areas?
Yes, it was very, very close. And if you weren't careful, or if you weren't looking, you wouldn't know that a prison was there. Because I guess they didn't want the cry out from the community. But fortunately, we got wind of it, and we spoke out instantly, and we were able to stop. Yes, but it was close to residential areas, homes.
Wow.
Yes.
I know. That's why I asked. Because when you first took me there, I said, no way. It didn't even look like a facility. It was like 2 floors. I know it didn't look like a factory building, but it's around factory buildings. Brothers and sisters, this is why we have to get involved. We're not asking you to go vote or whatever. If that's your solution, great. But you got to get involved. And if we hadn't gotten involved, and let me tell you, it was he wasn't PG yet. It was Michael Duncan and his posse. We're talking about senior citizens. They went out there and continued the fight. Eventually, we forced the issue, but no, just to think of it. So as we were reading this, I said, oh, GEO, this is a company that President General is very well familiar with. So it doesn't stop. But guess what? Oppressing, exploiting us is not going to stop either. We have to strike the blow of liberty. PG, I've got a question for you. In your monologue, you mentioned why we need to get involved, this and that. Number one, is anybody coming to our rescue? And number two, does Africa have any friends? Please answer.
None whatsoever. The friends of Africa are Africans, and Africans only. And the sooner we realize that, brothers and sisters, no matter what the situation is, we're at the bottom. If we're investing with them, we're at the bottom. Anything we're doing, we're at the bottom. So, brothers and sisters, we have to step up. We have to step up and be counted. The chariots, the cavalry, whatever you call it, it's not coming.
Okay. Before we get to our topic, and we're going to be talking about celebrities, entertainers, people that really didn't have to, but they got involved, and we thank them. Before we get into that, PG, unrelated, but it is. We're talking about the UNIA. President General, is it the case that the presidents of the divisions, this is not an elected, this is a position that serves at the pleasure of the President General, and the President General is the one who determines the president of the divisions? Is this constitutional? And please answer that.
Yeah, it's constitutional, and it should be clear to everybody. Everyone who is an active member in the UNIA should do that and should know that. And we have to follow those policies. We have to follow our bylaws, our constitution. We have to. It's plain and simple. You serve at the pleasure.
Okay. If they want to hold an election, they can. But unless the President General authorizes it, it's not authorized. Is that the case, PG?
Of course.
Okay, good. I just wanted some clarity on that. Okay. Last week, we celebrated 9 years at The Rock. PG, are you going to guarantee us and me and everybody 10 years we have a building? I need to hear it because my supporters are getting restless. Go right ahead.
Yeah,
PG.
man, we have to have a home because in any case, without a home, you can't flourish to your fullest potential. We need to have that structure that if we want to stay in there and have meetings for 24 hours, we can have it without considering anyone else. We just do what we need to do for our people, our way of life, our culture, and that's it.
Okay, PG, you mean not like Brooklyn, where we were closed out of our meeting space in January, February, or March? I mean, this is, brothers and sisters, I don't know if you should feel the agony in our hearts in Brooklyn. I mean, we have it going on. We had the convention, everything. Now we don't even have a place to meet, although we will be meeting. Now we have a regular place. And this goes back to what PG is saying. You have to have a home. I mean, how can you get self-respect? Begging, oh, can I rent this place? Even if you pay for it, ultimately you need your own. So PG, 10 years, 2027, You're going to guarantee this to me,
Yes,
yes?
yes, definitely, brother. We have to. There's no way around it. We have to get it.
Okay.
And
And lastly, PG, I hope you got a copy of the letter. The second assistant president general of the UNIA, we're talking about the brother Ogu Idakwoji. He's been working diligently to set up that meeting with the minister of the diaspora from Ghana, because last week Dr. Cambone laid it out for us, and we had a chance to speak, Brother Ogu and I, with a representative of the government of Ghana, and we're told that is not the case. So anyway, there was a letter written and organized by Brother Ogu Idakwoji from the excuse me, PG. I titled it, but it was Brother Ogu who wrote it. Basically, we're setting up a meeting. It's going to be June 20th. That's the date that we've requested, but that is definitely tentative and scheduled to change, because the minister will be on his way, if not already in Boston, attending the match between, I think, England and Ghana. PG, here's a quick joke. Between England and Ghana, who were you rooting for? Okay, no need to answer. Everybody knows.
How many black players does England have?
I don't know, but I know how many black players on Ghana.
Hold on. Let me answer that question. Maybe about 5. How many black players does Ghana have?
Oh, by the way, what's the name of the Ghana football team?
Garvey words, Black Stars.
Black Stars. So there's no doubt whom we're rooting for. And I mean, PG, so I guess you're not rooting for England. Okay, good answer. But anyway, so we've scheduled it for June 20th, but we know that but at least we've requested the date. It's going to be at the Africa Center. It's on 5th Avenue and 110th Street. So once they respond to us, we'll let our people know. We want a lot of people there. We want a big showing, because, Ghana is the one that's been promoting this return back to Africa.
Yes.
Great. And we're so thankful. I mean, absolutely. And by the way, I tell everyone, if you're thinking of going back home to Africa, you want a country, even though I'm a proud citizen of Liberia, I always tell them, look towards Ghana, because it's structured, it's organized, and that's what they're promoting. But what we've been told is completely different than what it was, let's say, several months ago. So we want a big showing. Now that, but PG, shouldn't we want to go back home? Please answer that.
Yeah, yes. All of us should go back home. And we have to lead by showing our children that we're serious about Africa, and we're making an attempt. But in February, when I'm going back to Africa, I'm taking my entire family, because I need to show my family that I'm serious about this. I'm serious about setting up roots in Africa. And that's why, Timothy, I'm so proud of him, because he purchased one home in Ghana last year, and he's in a process of purchasing another home in Ghana again, because he says instead of just have his money sitting in the bank or bringing it to America to invest, let's just buy real estate in Ghana. And I'm proud that he's actually thinking that way. And that's why I'm looking, Brother Dugue, to really have a business, have that restaurant, because very soon I want us to be able to look for that rock location in Ghana. And it all comes down to having that restaurant, because I said you need a restaurant that's booming, that it will have a base customer, because again, we have to deal with our people. And oftentimes our people, we are so damaged that we don't see race first. Therefore, we don't support our establishment first.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, before we get to the topic, I have two things quick. In Kenya, we've got a brethren who's on the ground. He is on our payroll, and we're glad that he's still alive. it's been very crazy in Kenya. What's going on? Okay, there's a new outbreak of the Ebola virus in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, there's never ever been any, not one case in Kenya. Never. Keep that in mind. Okay, this new strain has no vaccine yet. So it is uncontrollable, and the rate is up to 50% die. It's, Western media is not telling us this, but this is going on. But that's not why I'm telling you this. What's going on is you've got some American, some European, some American doctors working there with the World Health Organization. So the U.S. is afraid of them getting contaminated or catching this virus. So help me out, brothers and sisters. The U.S. supposedly has got the finest, greatest, and according to Trump, the most beautiful, the best there is medical system on the planet. So here is the plan from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Instead of taking those physicians out, the American, we're only talking American, white American physicians, instead of taking them back to the United States, which has the finest facilities on the planet, they've signed a contract with Kenya. You kind of notice Kenya is like the stomping boy. When they needed some blackface to go occupy IET, it was Kenya. You kind of get the picture where this is going. When France needed to have their summit, Africa Forward, the first time in a non-French speaking location, it's in Kenya. There's a pattern here. Okay. Anyway, so the people are up in arms saying, hold it. Now you're bringing Ebola to Kenya. There's never been not one case. Yesterday, PG, wow, many scores of our youth were killed and brutalized. Our guy is safe. I communicated with him today. That's the good news. But he was beat down, and the others. And, and let me say this, brothers and sisters. Ruto is not the problem. The corruption is not the problem. None of this is the problem. The problem is there's no sovereignty. There is no liberation. So what happens, and this is really studied upon, you know there's something wrong, but you don't know, you only attack the closest thing. It's the same thing in the projects in United States. There is something wrong, so you attack each other. They make us live like rats. Yeah, Ruto's a bad guy. So what? I mean, it doesn't, yeah. And I'm trying to impress upon these youth, yeah, Ruto is a bad guy. Yeah, okay. But that's not the problem. You really need sovereignty. You need race first. You need to organize for yourself. You got to throw away the IMF. You got to throw away all these things. Throw away white Jesus, all of that. But anyway, so that's the situation in Kenya. It's very tenuous, and some of the scenes horrific. For those of you that are on social media, I got it from my guy who's on the ground, but it's terrible. So that's that. I needed to inform our people. And PG, you were in Kenya. You saw what was going on in Kenya. What are your thoughts? Does that surprise you of how pro-Western, how that country operates? Please answer. Oh, and at the same time, tell us what your thoughts of when you visited Kenya. Go ahead.
Yeah. But of course, I'm elated to have visited Kenya and see some of our other people living in Kenya. I was great seeing the Maasai people. It was great visiting, seeing the animals, seeing our people, and not feel so good about our people being controlled by other people in certain areas of Kenya. But just happy overall, and was very positive. But the direction the country has gone in, it's just terrible. But also, I understand the young people, they have to stand up and fight, because if you don't fight, things continue and things get worse. But this is what happened when we're not self-reliant, when we're relying on others. Whoever controls the money plays the tune, and they're playing our tune, not a tune that's benefiting us, but a tune that's benefiting them. So Kenya, it's really saddened, but I wish more power to the youth because they're trying to hold off and make a difference.
Absolutely. Brother Silel, if you're watching, and when you do watch this, I say keep up the good work and I'll communicate with you tomorrow. Okay. The last piece before we get to our topic is AES, Alliance des États du Sahel, and Benin. The new president of Benin, Ouagadigny, Romuald Ouagadigny, recently elected, visited Burkina Faso today. He was just there for several hours and then he left. Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, and Nigeria are the three West African states working hard to destabilize and make life miserable for the AES states, and especially Benin. Let me give you a quick synopsis. Benin shares a border not only with Burkina Faso but with Niger. Niger has oil, has petroleum and natural gas, but it's landlocked as all the states in the Sahel are. So several years ago, I think it was 2007, China built a pipeline for Niger from Niger to go through Benin to the port where the Chinese ships would pick up the oil and the natural gas and take it to China. And that was the plan. After Niger became liberated, after they got rid of their president, who, by the way, Mohamed Bazoum, he ran singly by himself. He outlawed all the political parties. Only he could run. So of course he won. And so, you know how that works.
That's the easiest way to win, right?
Yeah, outlawed everybody, and he had all the other ones arrested. And let me add, you forgive me on this, PG, it is race first. Mohamed Bazoum is not 100% African. He's got Arab blood, and he is Arab. His wife is Arab. His children are Arab in a black country. But, live and let live. So, chickens coming home to roost never made me cry. So having General Abdulrahmani Tishiani overthrow him, that was the right move. Anyway, after that, guess what Benin did? They said, you know what? They closed their borders. So all of those, that several $100 million to build that pipeline went to waste. There was nothing they could do. And so who stepped in? Togo. Not that Togo is a good guy, but there are some people, PG, they're not good, but they're in it for the money. So you deal with them. I know you've dealt with elements like that, like you said, but he's greedy and he wants money, so I'll deal with him. Yes or no, PG?
Of course, yes.
Anyway, so Togo stepped in. And the worst thing is, Benin lost so much of their GDP. But anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, the point is, Benin, new president, went to visit Burkina Faso. He was there several hours at the airport. And let me say this: that airport, it's not a really big airport in Ouagadougou. It's not a big airport. Liberia's airport is much more impressive. That's what I've got to say. Yeah. Anyway, so he came in, they gave him the salute and they spoke several hours and he left. Brothers and sisters, this is all diplomacy, all the bluff and talk. Nobody is fooled. Benin, if they were serious, how about dismantling all of those French bases that you have that's on the border of Niger and Burkina Faso? That would be serious. Anyway, so just to let you know, but Traoré received them. They said they weren't so warm and fuzzy, but, they had speeches, this and that. So, brothers and sisters, and the reason why he had to go is everybody's almost falling in line. Yes. Like even the ones that don't support AES, they're realizing, yeah, what's happening is for real. And the youth all over Africa, I mean, all you see is pictures of Goïta, Traoré, and Chiani. I mean, they're really uplifting us. Okay. Anyway, PG, this is an attack on you. Help me out, PG. Kenya is not acting right. Benin is not acting right. But you've been to both of those places. So are you working on behalf of those people?
You know what happened? Yes. I'm working on behalf of the brothers who live there.
Okay.
The leaders are leading them astray, just like Jamaica, just like Haiti. What Jamaica is doing is a disgrace. They're offensive against Canada. It's a disgrace. So I view the Prime Minister of Jamaica just as bad as the brother in Benin or the brother in Kenya. But I can't leave the Jamaican people alone. I can't leave the Kenyan brothers alone. I can't leave the Ghanaian brothers and sisters, the Benin brothers and sisters, because they're who we're fighting for. And they're just being taken advantage of. So the brother and sisters in Benin or Kenya, I love them just as much as the brothers and sisters in the states of Burkina Faso and Niger and Mali. I love them just the same because why? They're all Africans.
Yes, sir. And PG makes a very good point. Many times when we speak about these countries, don't confuse the people with the so-called leaders or the misleaders. But they've been put there to misdirect us and to continue exploitation. But our work still continues. It's the redemption of Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad. Okay, PG, who is Hugh Mandel, and why should I know who he is? And what's your relationship with him? Go right ahead.
Yeah, we're still looking into people who have made a difference, and we can't name enough of them. We can't remember enough of them, but we try our best on this platform because, Brother Dugue, we're always saying that our ancestors only die when we let them die. And we have to continue to canonize those who made a difference. Some who lost their careers, some who lost money, some who lost their lives. And as we speak about African liberation, I had to think about a song when I was young and getting in the prime of my life and understanding Garvey and Garveyism, and heard that young man was killed. It was quite sad. But this brother Hugh Mandel was a young man who sang that song in Jamaica, Africa Must Be Free, by 1983. President, do you have a little snippet of that song? Yes. So we have to realize that continuously, not only in Black Liberation Month, but we have to look for people throughout the year and continue to canonize them. And this young brother was so serious about Africa and African liberation. He could have did songs about anything else. He could have disrespect our women or disrespect our people, but he chose to make a song that was going to liberate our people. Africa Must Be Free by 1983. What do you think about this young brother at the time, Brother Dugue?
You know, PG, I'm even older than he is.
Yeah.
He was born 1962. I'm born 1961. So when he was killed, I mean, it was known. And, you know, brothers and sisters, these, you know, it's a sign of, it reflects the sign of the times. You could have, I mean, just think about it. We're coming up to June 5th and 6th in a couple of days. Those are the birthdays of Tommy Smith and John Carlos. We know what they stood for. So this young brother, he was 21 years old. And can you imagine to be so conscious to use your media? He was using song, Africa Must Be Free. And then he said by 1983, and by the way, that's when he was killed, in October of 1983. So when he was making that song, he was saying, not tomorrow, not next year, like right now, like even yesterday, Africa must be free. So we pay homage to brothers like that. And they only die when we stop mentioning their names. So to a job well done. I mean, as I said, I'm young. I was older than he was at that age. So good job, PG. And he's from Kingston. So there you have it.
Prezi, you there? Yes, brothers and sisters. Yes. The young brother was stating it clearly. No more war, no more peace. Africa must be free. No more slavery. The brother was on the right track. He could have chosen to sing about many other things, but he wanted to see Africa liberate, and he didn't want to wait for 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. No, he wanted no. So let's give thanks and praise to that brother for the time he spent and the positive words that he put out for Africa must be free. As I said, there's so many of them. We're only going to mention a few tonight. Brother Raymond, I'm sure you must have heard about the great Nina Simone. She had songs like Mississippi, that was this revolutionary music. She had that song we all like, Young, Gifted, and Black. She was saying we have to remember our young. So many people. She moved away from the U.S. She thought that maybe France would be a little bit better where African people were concerned. But Nina Simone, she definitely used the music for us. And she didn't want to be here. So she left this part of Babylon. She went into another Babylon, but at that time she thought that was the lesser of the evil. Any thoughts on her, Brother Raymond?
You know, it speaks to the power of the French media that we would think France would be a better place. And in some ways they portray themselves, but that's just what they do. That's how they portray themselves. But as you said, she left one Babylon, she went to another. But the fact that she wanted to leave, it's almost like everybody's dying to come to America. She said, what? The bastion of racism, the bastion of white supremacy. I want no part of it. Let's leave. So, and she sings those types of songs, and it's very soulful and it's very uplifted. So yes, we pour libation for Nina Simone. The song of hers that I know well is about tomorrow. PG, you know every song on the planet. You know, I know the words, but I can't think of it. But that's my favorite. That's my favorite song. I listen to it actually pretty frequently. But I know you know all these songs. But yeah.
Prezi, give me a little piece of Young, Gifted, and Black.
Young, gifted, and black. Oh, what a lovely, precious dream. Open your heart to what I mean.
Nina Simone, you had a Jamaican couple who actually did it over. Marcia Griffiths, they did a good job, but Nina Simone, she was right on par to put this song together and sing it. Brothers and sisters, we have to remember that our children need us. We have to remember to teach our youth. They're relying on us. Brother Dugue, I was on the soccer field today as I was...
Oh, hold it. Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Soccer. How was that?
It was great. And I was leaving one of the boy, a 14-year-old, 13 going on 14, I guess 14. He's actually graduating from school and he's having his prom tomorrow. And he came to me and asked me if he can ask me a question. And but I said, sure. He said, Mr. Duncan, I'd like to know if you can drive me to my prom tomorrow. My parents are not available. So what am I going to say? The brother is young, gifted, and black. Yes, so I told him I'll pick him up at 5 o'clock. I'll drop him to the prom, and I'll come back at 10 o'clock tomorrow night to pick him up. That's the purpose that we are here for, brothers and sisters. You listen to Nina Simone and just listen to the song. Go play it for yourself after this and listen it. And if you can make a difference in a black child's life, do it, brothers and sisters. The soccer program we're running, the children believe they're learning soccer, and to a certain extent they are, but they're learning black nationalism. They're learning that black people, black man and woman, can be kind to little black boys and girls, and black women and black men are making environment for love and pride to exist within them, where we're building characters through soccer. Pride and love, brothers and sisters. Yes, Brother Dugue, any final words on Nina Simone and that song, Young, Gifted, and Black?
No, not so much that song. You know the song? It's called Feeling Good.
Yes.
By Nina Simone. That's my favorite song of hers. I couldn't remember the name, but yeah, Feeling Good. Yeah. But you're right. If we don't nurture our children, if we don't put in the seeds and nurture it and watch it grow, number one, it's not going to grow, and somebody else will do it, and they can't do it as well as we can. In fact, they have no intentions of doing good. So, brothers and sisters, we need to get involved. So please do so. PG, so what else happened today on the soccer field?
No, man, it's just always excitement seeing the boys and girls out there, little black boys and black girls on the field. As Nina Simone say, we must remember to teach our young, and we get the environment to teach them. But just seeing the natural raw skills of some of the players, it really amazed me. I'm back into this full-hearted, advocating for these boys, playing for them. On Thursday, I'm going to give them boots. Timothy had provided over 100 soccer shoes for them. Wow. So I'll be giving most of them soccer shoes and some goodies on Thursday evening. So it's just a wonderful thing being out there with the children.
Okay.
Yes.
Job well done.
Another mention, I'm not going to ask for President to play this one, but I just want to give a quick mention of Billie Holiday and her song Strange Fruit. That song was depicting the lynching that went on with black people, and when Billie Holiday wrote the song, she got so many threats not to sing it, because of course she was speaking out against Jim Crow. She was speaking out against lynching. She was speaking about all that was bad. And as I said, she was threatened not to sing that song. But with all the threats, she went along and did the song Strange Fruit, and did it on the largest stage. So we want to give kudos to her and really big her up on that, and to make a difference, So we'll move on Billie Holiday. Did you know much about her, Brother Raymond?
And well, I was about to say, and the thing is, you know what? She didn't have to do this. And plus, she interacted with, what is it called? Detroit Red. You may know him as Malcolm X. So it's amazing the continuity. So she was in Harlem and she interacted with Detroit Red. That's when he was Detroit Red. That's before he became Malcolm X. The point is, let me say this. Anytime a country or government wants to suffocate the people, there are two types of people they go after: the artists and what you call like the intellectuals, because they represent the biggest threat. The artists, because they're creative, they can understand. So meaning it's up to us now to take control of our artists, because they're already creative. That's why they're artists. But we need to give them the direction. So when you see someone like Billie Holiday, someone like Nina Simone, we've got to, as Mr. Garvey says, throw away, cast down the worship of others, and elevate and make martyrs of our and canonize our own. So for Billie Holiday, job well done, and we thank her.
Yes. We have to thank her. We have to give thanks. But a quick mention about Sam Cooke, A Change is Gonna Come. That was a song that hit a lot of people. And I'm saying that these singers in the 60s, 50s, and 60s, they had that backbone. But then again, it was the sign of the time. There were so many support groups, so many organizations that were promoting this. Therefore, they didn't feel threatened. They feel that even if certain part of the society was against them, certain part of the society still supported them. So I just like what was going on with our people then, and they were willing to make that difference. One of my favorite, we have to come to Peter Tosh and equal rights. Prezi, give me a quick piece of equal rights. Peter Tosh did it well. Yes, here we go.
Crying out for justice. Everyone is crying out for peace, yes. None is crying out for justice. I don't want no peace. I need equal rights and justice.
Brothers and sisters, stop talking about peace. They want equal rights and justice. There cannot be peace if there's not justice. Brother Dugue, we're looking at a situation going on around the world. Is Iran asking for peace, or are they demanding justice?
Oh, they're demanding justice. They're demanding justice all the way.
So they said they don't want no peace.
No, we want justice. We want the reparations. We want the assets back. We want the U.S. forces out of the Persian Gulf. No, they're talking about justice. Absolutely. And but PG, my favorite Peter Tosh song is African. As long as you're a black man, you're an African.
Yeah, you're right.
That's my favorite.
You're
okay?
right.
Okay, I just wanted to let everybody know that. I mean, come on. But they're right. No. And you know what? You want peace? We want reparations. just leave us alone, man. That's the reparations. But we're not going to have any peace until there's justice. All that, justice is everybody having the same opportunity. It makes you to do right. This is what you call ma'at. No. So I totally agree with Peter Tosh. Submitted.
Yes, Peter Tosh, man. But as you said, brother, overall, that's his number one. Equal rights and justice is number two. But equal rights and justice just dealing with the specific situation of liberation. Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
You can't go wrong, either one. I just prefer the other one, but you can't go wrong.
Okay, Prezi, the next one on the top of the list. We have to mention...
Hold it, PG. So, am I to assume, and I'm putting you on the hot seat, am I to assume between Robert Nesta Marley and Mr. McIntosh, that you call Peter Tosh, that you prefer Peter Tosh? Please answer and tell me why.
Of course. No two ways about it. Just like I prefer Malcolm X over Martin Luther King because it's just my type of leadership. Just like I prefer Carlos Cooks more than Malcolm X. I love Malcolm X. Peter Tosh and Bob Marley, no comparison. Even though we're getting ready to highlight Bob Marley and play one of his songs, I think where the struggle is concerned and liberation, it's not only Peter Tosh words, but his actions. And his actions, Bob words may have just as been strong as Peter Tosh words, but Peter Tosh words to me was much stronger than Bob words. And even with that, I'm going to still give Bob Marley credit for his song because it helped our brothers and sisters when they were in the trenches fighting. Some of these songs helped them. So, Prezi, give me a little piece of Bob Marley's song, War.
Until the philosophy which old one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. Miss a war that until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all,
yes,
without regard
brothers
to race.
and sisters, are we just going to sit back and take these things, take these punishment? Are we going to just sit back and let them rip and rape and rob Africa? Are we going to allow them to unearth every ounce of natural resources in our underground? No, brothers and sisters, there has to be war. There has to be war. War everywhere, Brother Dugue.
I agree 1,000,000%. There has to be. There's no other way. And I'm hoping all of you can join our team because we can't do it by ourselves. It's not going to, we have all these great plans, but without the people, without the masses, it can't get done. I completely agree with Mr. Marley, and I say continue the job well done. There are a lot of his songs I do know, but Zimbabwe was the one that hit me the most because I was living it.
Yes.
That was the time I became very conscious, and we saw what was going on in Zimbabwe. So at the ceremony for liberation, and Bob Marley was invited, and he played that song. That's what resonated with me. I mean, it doesn't have to be a favorite, but to me, that connected because it was all theory. I was of age. That made the most sense to me. Submitted.
Yes, brothers and sisters, and we are to come. It's not those who happened in the 70s, but also those who came in the late 70s and early 80s. Those from the hip hop community. When we look back at a group like Public Enemy, at least they were speaking and they were using the platform. Prezi, give me a piece of Fight the Power.
Best educated, best equipped, best prepared troops refuse to fight. Matter of fact, it's safe to say that they would rather switch than fight.
Music hitting your heart, cause I know you got soul. Hey, listen if you're missing, y'all. Swinging while I'm singing. Hey, giving what you're getting. Knowing what I know in. While the black band's sweating. In the rhythm I'm rolling. Gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey, our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. The power, fight the power, fight the power, fight the power. We got to fight the powers that be. As the rhythm's designed to bounce with calcium that the rhyme designed to fill your mind. Now that you realize the prize arrives, we got to pump the stuff to make it tough. From the heart, it's a start, a work of art to revolutionize, make a change, something strange. People, we are the same. No, we're not the same, cause we don't know the game. What we need is awareness. We can't get careless. You say, what is this? Our beloved, let's get down to business. Mental self-defense of fitness.
Yes, brothers and sisters. Yes, brothers and sisters. We have to ask ourselves, not all hip-hop artists sold out. And where did hip-hop went from there? Of course, the establishment was not going to support this and was not going to finance this. So they found other artists who would bring the kind of message that was opposing this type of message, because they don't want you to fight the power. They don't want you to fight the system. They want you to remain exactly where you are. Brother Dugue.
PG, you're not going to believe this. I actually didn't know when Fight the Power started. How I got to know them is I was reading the City Sun newspaper that I was a regular subscriber, and they were being, Chuck D was being denounced as being anti-Jew. So that's when I read about it. I said, oh, and then I learned about Public Enemy. Actually, that was that time where I was focused on other things. But after I read about it, and it's the same thing. Anytime, let's say, you stand for something, they're saying, "Oh, this guy's anti-Semitic," and I'm going off stage, but what's happened in the Persian Gulf with Iran, they're really laying waste to that. And just to see what President Mahama in Ghana was able to convince the planet that the transatlantic Ma'afa, the tragedy, is the gravest and the greatest crime against humanity. Up until then, the Jewish media, the Zionist media had convinced the whole planet, oh, what happened to those European Jews in Europe during that time. But anyway, getting back to it, how I got to know Public Enemy was reading about how they were being denounced as being anti-Jew. And as I read more, I realized, oh, I've got a lot in common with what they're saying. And so as I got to know Public Enemy, I congratulate them. And Chuck D, excellent job. Although, PG, I wasn't a big fan of Flavor Flav. Do you know who that is?
I know. Yeah, but something happened, man. Something happened. But it shows you how things can change. But they did make a difference then, you know, so at that point. But some of us, we can't avoid the temptation, you know. And not all, just like hip-hop, not all the artists sold out. Just like dancehall, not all the dancehall artists sold out. Some still promoted Marcus Garvey, promoted His Imperial Majesty, and so on. Prezi, give me a snippet of Capleton Chalice.
Oh, that's your guy.
Yes.
Capleton, yeah, that's your guy.
Yeah, Selassie, I live at the time. I'm so united to stand and divide or fall. Selassie, I live it every time. Emmanuel live it every time. Marcus Garvey live it every time. Where we say, auto just light up the chalice, make we burn down go home. I pray for a ton for all before. We don't lose the bell, all and we pan more. One ton of Balicar, oh, Bingy man chant, and I have Bingy make we chant down Rome. I pray for a ton for all before. We don't lose the bell, all and we pan more. And thunderball, where we say, Israel take the shaker and make we shake down Rome. I pray for a ton for all we no lose the bell all a weep and more and thunderball. When we say Bubba man beat the catch and make we beat down Rome. I pay for ton pop out before we no lose the bell all a weep and more and thunderball. When we say I say blue class and them all a come in the town. But them have to control the black man throne. But them have to run all we wanna compound. But the last year I done establish the town till the end of the month and come back around. David killed Goliath with a sling and a stone. So the righteous are gonna feed them down. Prophet now the truth, now the trumpet of the sound. Turn now your dingy and go run down home.
I know.
Ethiopia is our own.
I know.
And it's also our own.
I know.
Vatican we love to go down.
I know.
So where we say,
Rastaman light up the chalice, let me burn down Rome. Yes, brothers and sisters. We have to run out the Ku Klux Klan. We have to burn down Rome. Rome is not good for us. Ku Klux Klan, they want to come in our town, but they're not going to be able to take the black man throne. Rastaman, light up the chalice. Make we burn down Rome. Brother Dugue.
You know, I can't hear the music because I have to play it on my other device. As I'm listening to him, I said, oh, this is PG. I can see you repeating and reciting those words, being a dancehall DJ. Oh, you even sound like him.
This brother, if you realize, he mentions Marcus Garvey's name in most of his songs.
No, in that song, that was the first thing I heard. Yes,
yeah, and most of his other songs, he mentioned Marcus Garvey. He mentioned His Imperial Majesty. And let me tell you something. What I'd like about it, at one point, the dancehall music was going in a certain direction. And he got certain dancehall artists at that time to think twice before they promoted certain songs, before they even voice certain songs. And he kind of held it straight for a while that most of the dancehall artists start going towards cultural. That's when you see Sizzla and Buju Banton and them change into culture because of the influence of this brother. But after a while, again, the younger generation came on and the big money came in, and then it was just a free-for-all again. So we have to give thanks to all these entertainers, these singers who made a difference, who promoted our way of life, because the songs make a difference. Because if we were hearing more songs like these, like even in the hip-hop and the dancehall world, if we were hearing more songs like these, our young people would be less messed up today.
Absolutely. And the powers that be know this. And this is why they control it. And that's why they even tell you, oh, it's not going to sell. No, it's not going to sell because you're not going to promote it and you don't want it to sell. Because as you promote consciousness and righteousness, the nonsense would stop. So, yeah. We pour respect and honor to Capleton. I met him through PG.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, excellent song. But when I hear it, I'm thinking of you. Oh, okay, PG.
Yeah, it's that time of the night. But brother, the program continues, brothers and sisters, and we're going to continue to canonize. Next week, I want us to continue and speak about some of the athletes who have made a difference and other people like that, because there are so many of them we can mention, and we need to ensure that these brothers and sisters don't die. The work they do don't die, because the media is here to crush them. The power that be here is to crush those thoughts and ideas.
Okay, before we leave, PG, do you want to say birthday wishes to Tommy Smith and John Carlos? Their birthdays are June 5th and June 6th. So I guess Monday we'll discuss them.
As a matter of fact, they're both on that list for us to talk about them.
Okay, it's their birthdays. Okay, PG,
Yeah.
Last thing, give me a promo for Sunday. What's going on? And all you can eat all day. Talk to me about Sunday.
Brothers and sisters, come out on Sunday. All you can eat. Food from beginning to end. Come on out. You can have your jerk chicken. You can have your fish. You can have your rice and peas. Boy, it's so many things. Your fruits, your watermelon. You can have your boiled corn, your roast corn. Come on out, brothers and sisters. We're going to be there from 10 to 6. It's a day to relax and talk and bring your families and friends that we could recruit them in the UNIA. But it's building. Family building the UNIA family one by one.
One important question. Are you going to play Capleton's music on Sunday?
Of course. Come on, brother. We have to play Rastaman, light up the chalice.
Oh, I should know these songs by now, as much as I've heard them. Okay, thank you, my dear, beautiful Black and noble Africans, for today, Tuesday, June 2nd, 6266 or 2026. 1863.
But Brother Raymond, before you go, so what happened to Flavor Flav?
That's your boy. PG, do you think I would ever communicate? I mean, I never, the whole concept with the white sunglasses, the big clock on his, nonsense.
But before you go, what do you think went wrong?
Well, no, I think you're asking the wrong question.
All right.
Whatever was right, he was never right. Stop. He was like a caricature. He was like, nonsense. But let's leave it like that. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, 6266 or 2026. On 1863, your general, the Honorable Harriet Tubman, Araminta Ross, invaded Maryland with Northern troops, over 600 troops, led by a black queen. Oh, we pour libation. Anyway, that's Tuesday. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of the UNIA Rock Media. And as we close out, please raise your beautiful black right and noble fist and repeat after me. Africa.
Africa.
For the Africans.
For the Africans.
Those at home.
Those at home.
And those abroad.
And those abroad.
Because it has to be one God.
One God.
One aim.
One aim.
One destiny.
One destiny.
Race first.
Race first.
Long live the UNIA. Long live your President General, the Honorable Michael R. Duncan. Long live the undaunted one, Carlos A. Cooks. Long live the Emperor, Jean-Jacques Dessalines. And finally, long live the greatest among men and gods. Come out with us Sunday, June 7th. Long live the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. See you Sunday at the Rosedale Soccer Field. Have a good night, sir.
Good
Race
night.
first.
Race first.
The Community Focus Show is brought to you by Jamaica Breeze.